my channel. So today's video is very special because today we have a guest on our channel and her name is Dr. Ashni Shah. She is very good friend of mine and we were together in internship in the same posting batch. By the time I was preparing for my NEET MDS, she was preparing for her NBD and she cracked NBD part 1 and 2 in one go, which is a big achievement. So I decided to call her on our channel and to do conversation one-to-one so that all your queries, all those students who are searching for the right knowledge and guidance can get it from this video. So before you watch this video, I can assure you one thing, that you will get inspired at the end of this video. So stay tuned.
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm also good and I'm so good to see you, yaar.
I
After
know,
a
it's
long
been a
time,
long
na?
time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
2
been
years.
a long time. Yeah, 2 years almost. So, how are you and where are you now? In Ahmedabad?
I'm in
at home?
Ahmedabad, yes.
Yeah, right. So, basically, I thought of recording this video or this conversation of ours as there are so many students who are looking for becoming a DDS after doing BDS in India. And they don't have proper knowledge, information and inspiration actually to pursue that dream. So through this video or through this conversation, I want to deliver them these things. You know, your experience, you have been there. You have cleared NBD part 1 and 2 in one go, which was really great. We all were so proud of you when we came to know that you cleared it in one go. Yeah, so definitely your journey will inspire those students who are dreaming of going to USA, Canada and become DDS and pursue their dreams, right? So you would be like pathfinder person or path guiding person for them. So let's do this and step by step we'll try to cover all the important information which is related with beginning from the how to apply till the after clearing NBD, what you get and how the DDS course start, and the most important, or we can say that the golden thing is that the pay which you get after receiving the DDS degree. It is a crazy fucking amount of money. So that part we'll discuss at the end, but first let's begin with the starting, right? So why you dreamt of becoming DDS? Like after doing BDS in India, you had so many options to do, na? Then also you chose USA. So what was your thought process behind it?
So it started with lectures that I used to attend from people in the USA to gain just knowledge after my final year. And in one of those lectures, the professor mentioned how clinics worked, how dentistry worked in the US, and how they treated their patients with the technology and everything. So I was really inspired by that, and I researched more and more about it. So I decided that I wanted to learn from the best, to be the best, and give my patients the best.
Wow.
So that was my thought process initially, and I wanted to give it a try. You'll never know until you try. So that was my initial thought process, and as I'm into the process right now, I think it was really worth it, and all the effort, all the risk, everything was worth it. Yes.
Yeah, totally. So beginning with this eligibility criteria, what are the eligibility criteria for giving NBD?
Eligibility criteria for NBD is basically you have to convert your percentage into GPA by ECE and give an application to ADA after that. So that is how you get eligibility for NBD. Now the part 1 and part 2 have integrated into one exam. They are going to discontinue NBD from October and part 1 from October, and they have started a new exam called Integrated National Board Dental Examination, which is INBDE. And now the students have to give that exam. Initially, it was part 1, it was basically first and second year of our college, and part 2 was third and fourth year of our college. And now it's integrated into one exam.
Okay. And Ashni, whatever books we read here in India with our BDS curriculum, that knowledge and those books are sufficient to clear NBD?
Yes, I think the knowledge is the same because the tooth remains the same throughout the world. But you need specific sources for the test. Like for NEET, you go for Dental Pulse, right? There's specific sources for the exam, so you can crack that exam. Obviously, our textbooks are enough for the basic knowledge, but for NBD, the sources are Dental Dex, First Aid, and Mosby's. These 3 are the most common ones used. I also joined a Facebook group on NBD. They share files and their experiences, and there's discussions about answers. So that really helped me. There was a WhatsApp group as well. As you get more and more involved, you can discuss with people who are also trying the same thing, also going through the same thing. So it really helps a lot.
Yeah, true. And what are the fees for the exam, and how much time you took to prepare for it?
The cost for INBD now is around $650 last I know. It may vary. Total $650. They also take like $200 because we are from another country, and stuff like that. I prepared for NBD part 1 for about 4 months and part 2 for about 3 months. I started at least 2-3 hours a day.
That is such a short time. Yeah, man. But your basics were very strong from the beginning, no? As far as I know you were clear with your basics on every year of.
I struggled a bit in part 1 because obviously I've forgotten anatomy, all the specific details and physiology. So I struggled a bit in part 1. But for part 2, you obviously you've just cleared final year, so you have all the knowledge that is raw still, and you can just go ahead and give it.
Yeah, true. Now let us know the step-by-step process of applying and whatever steps you did or which is involved in it regarding research or anything which extra you have to do. Yeah.
So I'll talk about steps for NBD first, the application. You have to obtain a dent pin, which is a specific number for dentists all across the world from ADA, which is American Dental Association. You can just register for it, give your details, and they'll give you a dent pin. That is the first thing you do. Then you get your evaluation done. Evaluation is basically they'll convert your marks into GPA. So you have to send your documents, your mark sheet to the organization called ECE, and they'll convert it into your GPA. You have to then send the GPA to ADA for to apply for NBD. You go to ADA, and then there's a application for NBD, so you do that, and then they'll tell you if you're eligible or not within 24 hours, and then you have to book your dates and then give your NBD. NBD can only be given in US or Canada.
Right.
You have to travel there, and the experience is really good. The test centers were really friendly, and it cuts off the nervousness of the exam day. So the experience was good.
That's really, yeah. True.
For
And
DBS, yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, for DBS, you need additional stuff like they look at your whole holistic application, right? So you need some kind of clinical experience, some research experience, some volunteering that you can do, some experience in US, like you can observe a doctor or shadow a doctor there, or assist a doctor based on your visa status. And you also need documents like letter of recommendations from your dean, your faculty, from wherever you get your experience from. If you're working at a clinic, you can get it from him, stuff like that. Personal statement and resume are obviously needed for that as well. After you pass your NBD, you have to give your TOEFL, which is for just to show that you can speak in English and communicate in English. Yeah. You have
and
to give
how
TOEFL.
many bands are required? Is there anything like?
Yeah, a TOEFL score of 100 or more is recommended. At least you should at least get 90. 100 or more is competitive, so you should aim for at least 100 more out of 120.
Okay. And have you joined any academy or institution for the preparation of NBD and TOEFL, or you did it on your own?
No, I did it on my own. I used applications as well. Like there's apps on the phone called Master the NBD or Crack the NBD, stuff like that. So you can also use that. They have a question bank. Obviously, you have to pay for the app, but they have a question bank. They can also help you in the areas that you are weak. There's organizations like the study boards which do it online. There's information available on that as well. So you can use those sources also. I use the applications to do it, so to get a better score at least.
Okay. And how much does it cost from the exam and your travel expenses and till you completed NBD? The total cost was how much? Do you have any idea roughly?
If the living expenses are obviously up to you. If you have a relative living there, you can just stay at their place and the living expenses are cut. And the flight is obviously also depends on what airline you choose. But also depends on how much time do you plan to stay there. If you plan to gain some experience from shadowing a dentist there, then you stay for a bit longer than necessary. Instead of just giving the exam, you stay for a few months to just shadow a dentist to gain some experience. And it depends. It's really subjective. For NBD, it's really subjective.
Okay, but on an average, so that the people can get an idea that how much capital money they should have to start with this whole process.
I think the EC is about $200 to get the evaluation done. NBD is around $650, and the flights might be around $800 to $900 with return tickets, obviously. And the living expenses again depends on.
That is totally up to the person.
Yeah.
Right.
But these are the expenses.
Okay. How to apply for different universities or colleges from here? Like on what basis you have chosen the universities?
Okay, so you have to apply to universities based on a website called CAPID, which is ADIA CAPID, and Capid has a directory, a list of just universities that are giving this program, which is standing BDS for students like us, for international students. And you can just go to the directory. There's about 35 colleges right now as we speak, and more colleges are adding year by year. So you can just go to go to the directory. They have all the information, all the basic information you need, and then you can go to the particular website and check out their program, their research program is. And see, I think visa is also a factor if you are if you have green card or something like that. Then universities change. Some universities prefer only green card and citizens, and some universities are not biased based on the visa status. So they clearly mention it on their website. So you have to just go on the website and just check it out, and then decide what university you want to go to and what university you want to apply to.
Great. It took a lot of research, na?
Yeah, it takes a bit of research, yeah.
But I guess after seeing this video and after listening to you, the people who wants to go, their research will definitely decrease.
I encourage everyone to at least go through the university's website once, because they have all the information there. Just check out the website and just explore what it is like. They also have short videos on the universities and what they offer. You can also reach out to them, email them, and ask them about their criteria or whatever your question may be.
Yeah, true.
So you apply, the cycle starts every year in March, and you apply through Capid. I think the cost is about $240 for the first application, and then $108 for the next application, as many as you do.
Okay.
And then you have to also do supplemental applications for the university that you apply to, and the supplemental fees as well. So it really depends on which universities that you want to apply to and the cost. Then you apply to wait for the interview call from universities. The interview call is basically they do a bench test, which is basically a preclinical practical exam that we gave in second year, but they include that and interviews. Bench test includes class 2 preparations for amalgam or crown preparations, restorations, etc. So you have to be thorough with your skills to actually pass the bench test. And then when you pass that, you get your acceptance, and then you are into DDS.
Okay. And after completing with NBD part 1 and 2, you have to study there for 2 years or 3 years?
Depends on the university again, but usually it's 2.5 years. There is like a summer program or a winter program in which a semester where you have to do all the preclinical lab tests. Basically, they train you for the clinics that you are going to be in for the third year. So they train you on models and patients and stuff like that. And so you have to do again restorations or everything on dentistry. They have lectures as well. A semester just to prepare you to go for the DDS third year.
Okay. And now the question for which I was waiting since long: how much you will earn after getting the DDS degree?
The average salary for a DDS degree is $120,000 to $150,000 a year.
My God. Damn.
So
It's great.
that's the average salary. Also, it is also based upon where you are, in which city you are. It depends on that. In which state you are as well. So it may vary, but this is the average amount.
Average, yeah. It's a great. It takes a lot to reach there, but after that, it's all Sona Chandi,
Worth
right?
it. It's worth it.
True. So when you are going back to USA, like right now, it's very dangerous situation throughout the world.
Unfortunately.
So what are your plans next? Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, the travel's banned right now, but I don't know yet. I have also applied to universities, so I'm hoping to get in this year, and hopefully I'll go there by January.
Okay. So tell us in one sentence that how was your whole experience from the starting of NBD till today? Like it was very exciting, or it was kind of struggle was there? How was it?
It had its ups and downs. I really struggled at some point, and the rewards like passing the NBDs and getting a good score were really the rewards. But it had its ups and downs. But in the end, I don't want to change my journey, and I feel like it is all worth it in the end.
Yeah, true. So so one thing which I can make out from this interview is from the day one, you were so clear that you want to become DDS, and that is the reason you are here right now. So anyone or any student who is looking forward of this opportunity for their career, they has to be this much clear that no matter what adversities come to their way, they have to hang in there and just pass on it, right?
Yeah.
And lastly, what advice you would like to offer to those students who are really want to become DDS and go to US and practice dentistry?
I would really advise everyone to research. First of all, see what USA has to offer you, not just in dentistry, but in every aspect if you want to live there. And then decide whether you want to go or not. But once you are in the process, don't give up. It's just a matter of time before you get acceptance from a college. Once you decide that this is it, then don't give up.
True. This was such an inspiring session. It was for me also. Although I don't want to become DDS, I'm not gonna go to USA, but still I'm feeling inspired. So I hope those who will listen to us, they will definitely get something from this video, right?
I hope this answers all the questions that people have, and I hope this really helps them. And they can contact us whenever they have any queries.
Yeah. And I'll be sharing your Instagram handle with my viewers, so that if they have any queries particularly to NBD or anything regarding USA, they can reach you very easily and get the proper guidance, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you so much for coming on my channel, and I hope this video will serve its purpose.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me as well.
My pleasure. It's solely my pleasure.